Ladies and gentlemen, we are live yet again in a new game. The fifth game of the tournament, ladies and gentlemen, Saturday at Kasarani Indo Arena in Nairobi. Here with me, Mustafa, with the Uont Tigers taking on Kiambu Planchers. These are? Yes, I hope I got that right. Yeah, this is the University of Nairobi Tigers lineup. We have Darwin Davis taking on jersey number 8. We have Victor Kadasia taking on jersey number 5. We have Mahero taking on jersey number 9. We have Televin taking on jersey number 15. We have Derek taking on jersey number 4. We have Geoffrey Jones taking on jersey number 10. We have Wekesa taking on jersey number 13. We have Gideon Odera taking on jersey number 2. And last but not least, jersey number 12 at Abel. And on Kiambu's side, we have Geoffrey taking on jersey number 2. We have Githira taking on jersey number 8. We have James taking on jersey number 3. We have Titus taking on jersey number 9. We have Patrick taking on jersey number 4. We have Daniel Karagu taking on jersey number 5. Francis Dennis taking on jersey number 1. And last but not least, we have Nambushuha taking on jersey number 7. If you're joining us live, ladies and gentlemen, this is Uont against the Kiambu Plankers here in the Kasarani Indo Arena Nairobi Stadium. With me, your host, Mustafa. In the meantime, the match officials are getting ready for the tournament to start. Remember, this is the 5th game of the tournament, the 3rd game of the male tournament, just about to kick off in a few minutes. Keep on sending your messages on Instagram, on our social media handle page, on Instagram at Kenya Kabaddi _Union, on Facebook at Kenya Kabaddi Union, and on Twitter at Kenya Kabaddi 1. I am repeating that. On social media handle pages, you'll find us at Instagram at Kenya Kabaddi _Union. On Facebook, you'll find us at Kenya Kabaddi Union. And on Twitter, you'll always get us at Kenya Kabaddi 1. And remember, as usual, we bring to you this entertainment live on our YouTube channel. That is Kenya Kabaddi. Go to YouTube and search for Kenya Kabaddi, and you'll get this live entertainment tournament live on your smartphone or on your TV or any of the gadgets that you'll be using to stream this event live. Remember, the game that is about to happen now is the 5th game of the tournament, the 3rd game of the male tournament, which is the University of Nairobi against the Kiambu Plankers. And the game is about to start right upon now, ladies and gentlemen. The match officials are indicating that the game has just kicked off, ladies and gentlemen. Kiambu Plankers on jersey number 1, Kiambu Plankers. Jersey number 1, Kiambu Plankers. This is Dennis. Dennis trying to make an attempt of a raid. Dennis trying to make an attempt of the raid on the left side. Yes, and he does it. Eliminates one of the Uont, earning 1 point to Kiambu Plankers. The game has just started, ladies and gentlemen, and the Uont side are 1-0 against the Kiambu side. Here comes number 5, Kadasia attacking, trying to get one on the strong side of Kadasia. Kadasia on the left side, Kadasia trying to raid one of the person. Manages one raid, Kadasia. Eliminates one, number 2 on Kiambu's side, George. George has been eliminated, Kadasia. Here comes Dennis. Dennis an attempt to raid Uont side. Dennis on the left side, Dennis. Dennis attempted to raid. That's a nice dodge. Dennis, he attempts to raid on the left side. Takes his time, Dennis. On the watch. Aggressive, but at the same time, very careful, Dennis. Trying to make it on the left side, but he misses it out. That is an empty raid, Dennis. Making another attempt on the raid is Cardassia Victor. Cardassia. Here comes Victor Cardassia on the left side, trying to make an attempt. Yes, he does it. Eliminates one. 1 point to University of Nairobi's Tigers. Cardassia comes in very closely. Here comes on the other side, Dennis. Dennis attempting to make a raid on the UON side. The anti-raid of the UON side are really frustrating Dennis. Coming so close, Dennis. Very aggressive at the same time. Very careful, making moves. That is a nice move, Dennis. Nice one. He makes a raid, ladies and gentlemen. Another point for Kiambu. Eliminating one of the anti-raiders from the University of Nairobi. On the other side, University of Nairobi making attempt. Mahero making an attempt, jersey number 9. Mahero making an attempt on the left side, very aggressive, moving very quickly. That is a nice move, making some few stretches. He attempts that, makes an extra point, Machito. And he has a point for himself. Mahero has a point for himself. Here comes Dennis, the super talented Dennis, making an attempt to raid. The raid is there. He misses one. Makes another attempt, Dennis. Very aggressive moves in it. Dennis moving very quickly, Dennis, and very much aggressive. Remember, this is the University of Nairobi Tigers against the Kiambu Plackers. Timeout, Dennis. That is an empty raid. Here comes Cardassia. Cardassia, Victor Cardassia loses it out. Cardassia makes an attempt. Yes, he does it.
1 point to Uont Tigers.
Cardassia manages to raid out one of the key players, Francis Dennis, out. Here comes number 4 attacking, Patrick.
Raid out, no success. 1 point to Uont
1 point to the University of Nairobi. Patrick is out. Making another attempt to raid is Magero. Jersey number 9 moving very quickly. Yes, makes an attempt. Was it possible? Making, yes, yet another point for the University of Nairobi.
Uont Tigers.
Kiambu Plackers are being frustrated here in the first quarter of the game. Yes, tries to make an attempt. Yes, eliminates him completely out of the game.
1 point to
15.
Uont Tigers.
University of Nairobi Tigers earns 1 point. Magero attempts another attempt. Another raid. Magero moving very aggressively. Makes another point. Yes. Makes another point. Yes. Again another one. Yes. Those are triplets. Those are double.
2 points. Uont
2
Tigers.
points for the University of Nairobi Tigers. Makes an attempt. And yes, he's held up completely, 1 against 1. 1 against the whole team.
Bonus point, Kiambu Plackers. All
Love
out.
point for
1 plus 2, 3 points.
bonus point and 3 points for the University of Nairobi. University of Nairobi is on an early lead here.
Time out, Uont Tigers.
If you're joining us now, it is the University of Nairobi Tigers against the Kiambu Plackers. The University of Nairobi taking an early lead here. And you can always reach us out if you want to live stream these games. You can always get them on our YouTube channel at Kabaddi Kenya. And on social media, you can always find us on Facebook at Kenya Kabaddi Union, on Instagram at Kenya_Kabaddi_Union, and on Twitter at Kenya Kabaddi 1. Another attempt is made, and yes, the University of Nairobi Tigers have it again. They are yet leading in this competition. Remember, this is the 5th game and the 3rd of the male side. The University of Nairobi really frustrating the Raiders. Coming very quickly, yes, he makes a raid. Very successful raid. 1 point. 1 point for Kiambu Plackers. The University of Nairobi have it sailing again.
Bonus plus 1 point, Kiambu Plackers.
The University of Nairobi trailing again. We have the Kiambu side taking 2 points from the raid. Attempting to raid again, it is Geoffrey. Geoffrey, jersey number 10, Geoffrey, attempting to raid on the left side. Being very aggressive on the step. Trying to get an extra point. Does he? No, he doesn't. He's trying to get an extra point. No, he doesn't. The raid is too much. I think now Kiambu is attacking. The Plackers are attacking now. Kiambu Plackers. Jersey number 1, Dennis. Attacking on the left side. Trying to be very aggressive. Dennis, the super attacker. Raiding, yes! He does it again. This misses one of the University of Nairobi defenders. University of Nairobi, number 9. Jersey number 9. Magero trying to attempt to attack. He is on the attack again. Jersey number 9, Mageso. Moving very quickly. That is a nice dive. Yes. A nice clinch to the leg.
Number 2 out, 1 point.
University of Nairobi, 1 point. He's out of the hooks. Manages to get out of the hook. The University of Nairobi. Here comes Dennis. Dennis, another attack. Yes. Again, 2. University of Nairobi again on it. 2 points from the University of Nairobi. Another attack from the Plackers. Jersey number 9, Mugero. Magero on the attack, Magero. Magero trying to get an extra point, Magero. Yes, moving the left, right, twisting. An attempt on it. Magero. Moving very steadily, yes, Magero. On it. Yes, Magero. Yes, he manages to get him out. What a swift move that was.
1 point.
Playing a twisted mind fix game. Trying to play within the mind fix game. Going up and coming back. Going back to the center and just clenching it. When he seizes the opportunity and then he goes to it as the tiger he is. Magero trying to make a move. Yes, and that is a very big mistake from Kiambu Plackers. And you can't believe it. Francis Dennis from the Plackers has been nailed. He has been hooked.
Time out. Kiambu Plackers.
Francis is out. He has been nailed. They use his own trap to nail him down. So they are in an ambiguous situation, trying to discuss to make sure that they fill the gap that Francis has left because he's the key man of the game. Remember, the UON side could be trailing with a little bit of a margin. But yes, let us wait and see. The game is just getting hotter and things are getting, in fact, harder for the players. Pressure mounting. Jersey number 9, Magero. Magero will attempt to make a very, very sophisticated raid here. There is a lot of aggression on it. Trying to look for an extra point. That is a nice tackle. Yes. He manages to get out of the tackle. Magero is on it again. He's moving mountains. He's moving the game on his own. He deserves a memorable recommendation here. On the attack again is the Kiambu Clutters. Attempting to move, jersey number 4, Patrick. Patrick on the move. Patrick on the left side. Yes, unattempted. That is a very nice tackle. A very nice tackle. Patrick is out again. Yet another time to release Patrick on a break. I think it's a moment for us to also recognize some of these breaks that we are giving them. They are tremendous. What an attack. The University of Nairobi Tigers on its cross, crawling, making sure that they are clinching the game.
All out. Kiambu Plackers 1+2 3 points.
It is the University of Nairobi against the Kiambu Plackers. Out of the game, Kiambu Plackers. Points to the University of Nairobi. Another attempt. Dennis on it again. Careful Dennis on it. Trying to frustrate the anti-raiders from the University of Nairobi Tigers. Dennis on it. Very clever Dennis, making straight moves. What an attempt. What a miss. He's trying to really be aggressive. Looks at it at a different angle and adjusts to a different position. Calls it in for an empty raid. The UON Flaggers tries to make an attempt on it. Moving very quickly. This is the UON team. Magero. Magero on it once again. Victor Kadiasi. Victor Kadiasi on an empty raid. Attempting to raid again is Francis Dennis. Francis Dennis again, very aggressive. Taking his time, looking very aggressively. Remember, Francis Dennis is among the best raiders that Kiambu Plackers have in the team. Francis making attempt. Nice. No, that's a dodge. He makes an attempt. Was it missed or what are the official officiating on? Yes, that was a good attempt. And he did it. Kiambu Plackers have it. It was a slight one, but an aggressive one. You will call that a slight aggressive touch. Just a little. And it was a raid. Number 9, Magero. Magero on the attempt, looking for an extra point. Does he? Does he now? Moving very quickly, Magero on the point. Timing, yes, he gets an extra mark, 1 point. Magero makes a bonus point for the UON Tigers. Here comes again the aggressive attacking Dennis again. Once again, frustrating the UON Tigers. Magero on it. On the left side, moving very aggressively. Yes, he does it.
Defend out. 1 point.
UON
No bonus.
Magero out. He has just been eliminated. On a very simple glimpse of it. Just a touch. Yes, that's an attempt. All right, it is. And yes,
1 point. UON Tigers. Red.
Kadasia eliminates one of the opponents. Dennis once again on attack. Dennis very aggressively moving quickly on the attempt on the left side. Making sure that the foot is on the ground, Dennis. Left, right. Trying to mind twist them to make sure that, yes, he does it. Dennis again frustrating the University of Nairobi Tigers. The Tigers are not crawling no more. Dennis is making something so difficult look so easy. The University of Nairobi, that is a mistake. And he does it. And yes, Geoffrey sends 1.
2 points. UON Tigers.
James Gadira out of the pitch.
Half time. Change the coach.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will be updating you on the scores right upon now because the halftime whistle has just blown. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. UON are leading with 27 and Kiambu are trailing at 12 goals. The University of Nairobi is yet again crawling. The Tigers are yet again crawling and dominating the game with 27, while the Kiambu Pluckers are not plucking anything yet, trailing at 12. It is quite unfortunate that the Pluckers are not yet plucking anything. They are trailing at 12, while the Uont Tigers are dominating the game. Remember, this is the first half which has just ended. And once again, to remind you, you can get this live streaming of this event, this fantastic entertainment on our YouTube channel at Kabaddi Kenya Union. And you'll get the entertainment that you need. The coaches will be instructing the players on what to improve and where to improve at. The UON only needs a few defensive skills and more goals, and they are in for the win, since the competition is at a landslide. Making an attempt again
1 point,
from the UON side. Patrick making an attempt. Patrick from the Plucker side, Kiambu. That is a big tackle over there. Patrick is on the ground. A big tackle, and he's out. Eliminated. A point for the University of Nairobi Tigers. They are really clawing. They mean business. Yes, that is a big attempt for the University of Nairobi, and they clenches him. They have really clenched him. The University of Nairobi have really been clenched.
Kiambu Pluckers.
Tevin has been eliminated. Jersey number 9 from the University of Nairobi. Magero is out from the University of Nairobi. Jersey number 9, sorry.
No neck tackle, okay?
Kiambu Pluckers are really trying very hard to make sure that they are in the game. And I think the official has just shown the green card to a Kiambu player for being offensive to the University of Nairobi during the attack. During the raid, sorry. Kiambu Ella is trying to make sure that they are back in the game in the second half. Remember, this is the second half of the game. Should the results retain this way, the University of Nairobi will be pronounced winners of the game. The Kiambu Pluckers are really trying to make sure that they pluck in at least extra goals to make sure that they're in the competition. The Tigers on the other side are really clawing and frustrating the Kiambu Pluckers. Another attempted raid, and yes, the Pluckers again have it. It is getting tougher for the Pluckers as the University of Nairobi Tigers are dominating and really frustrating the Pluckers. Coming in very close is Dennis, trying to make a nepot. Dennis is clapped in. That was a really nice tackle.
Bonus point, Kiambu.
A point for the University of Nairobi and a point for a bonus point for the Kiambu Pluckers. It is 2 against 1, ladies and gentlemen. The Tiger, one Tiger against the Pluckers. Trying to push in very hard on the left side. Yes, what a tackle, a miss again. The Pluckers are on it again. They're facing the music from the Tigers here. The University of Nairobi, 1 point. It is a one-man army now. One-man army. One-man army that has been eliminated
Pluckers.
just in a few.
Substitution.
There's a change from the University of Nairobi. Jersey number 2 will be being substituted. Here comes in Gideon. Goes out Abel. From the University of Nairobi comes in Gideon and goes out Abel. The Pluckers are on it again, 2 against 1. Attempting to scare the Tigers on the left side. Coming in very quickly, attempting to make a raid. Kadasia. Kadasia taking his time. Kadasia from the UON Tigers. Remember, the UON are still leading with a very big margin. Jersey number 5 from Kiambu side. Daniel. Ian on it. Attempting to make a raid. On the left side. Aggressive and very careful. Aggressive and very, very careful on it again. Makes a raid on it. That was very stylish from Magero again. 1 point from the University of Nairobi. This is becoming a landslide from the University of Nairobi. They are really leading. Again, another super tackle from the University of Nairobi. They started leading. You will know they are playing like champions. They have been winning. They are still winning. And yes, the competition is theirs for them to dominate because they are the Tigers. The University of Nairobi again attempting another raid on the wall team. Coming very closely, number 9. Magero. Magero on an attempted raid. Yes, he does it. One of the Kiambu elites are out. Giviria out. Making an attempt is Dennis. Dennis on the left side, very aggressive Dennis, moving very quickly. Trying to help his team. Trying to help his teammates just get back into the game. Yes, that is an extra point for Dennis. The University of Nairobi again on it. The Tigers are crawling. They need more points. They are hungry for points. Number 5, call him Kadasia. Kadasia on the left side, frustrating them again. The Plackers have nothing. The UON have an extra point. Dennis once again, Dennis. Trying to make sure that they're in it again. Dennis manages to get one of the UON Tigers out of the game with earning 1 extra point. And yes, he does it, Dennis. Here comes the Tigers again trying to make a raid. Kadasi on it again, taking his time on the left side. Stretching very well. Stretching nicely, aggressively to make sure that he is on the ground again. Kadasi taking his time. Thinking over and over again. As he makes again yet an empty raid. Dennis again is on it, again. Yes, that was a close one and he makes it. Managing to pull out the strong Teven. Yes, he makes a raid, yes, and he's on it again. The coach doesn't like that. He would see that as a careless move. He would see that as a careless move from Kadasia. I don't know that. Making an attempt again. That is Dennis moving very quickly. Trying to fracture the game. Yes! It does it. That is a very, 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 very stiff tackle over there. He tried to come in, clinch over, come back. But I think the coming back was a little bit a problem. I think he manages to get 1 point. He's released on bench, but he manages to get 1 point at the end of the day, which was valid. The Kiambu Plackers are on it again, facing the music from Mahero. Mahero taking his time, relaxed, making a few stretches over there, just to push in. A little bit scary. Will Mahero make a nice move? Yes, he does it. But he comes out. That is an empty raid. Coming again. That's a nice tackle by Mahero. What a fantastic tackle by Mahero.
Tigers.
pushing James Gadira out of the game completely. The University of Nairobi Tigers are still dominating. They are dominant. They are hungry for goals. They are hungry for points. If you're joining us now, you'll think the University of Nairobi are trailing because of the anger of points that they have, but they are leading. And with a landslide here. Ahero coming in very closely, eliminating one
Out 1 point to Uont Tigers.
of the key players from Kiambu side.
Last 5 minutes.
That is George Gitungu.
Last 5.
Coming in very quickly, that is George Gitungu trying to make a raid.
Defend out.
Misses it out
1 point Kiambu
and
Plackers.
eliminates jersey number 15, Tevin again. Yet another time. Here comes again. Yes, but Mahero does it again. Eliminates one.
Defend out 1 point to Uont Tigers.
He eliminates one. Francis Dennis on jersey number 1. Coming in again, attempting to make a raid, is jersey number 2, Gitungu George. That is nice, but it was a flop. And the University of Nairobi,
Defend out 1 point.
one
Kiambu
key
Plackers.
player, Mahero, is out and he has been eliminated. Remember, time is still tickling, and the University of Nairobi is ahead with a landslide here. But they are angry for points. You'll think they are losing. The University of Nairobi yet again making another raid. Geoffrey taking his time. Geoffrey. He comes out with an empty raid. Number 2 comes in, Gitungu. George Gitungu, that is a nice tackle. A very, very nice tackle. Gitungu out of the game, loses 1 point, earning an extra point for Uont Tigers. Uont Tigers now leading with a landslide against the Kiambu Plackers. And they are attempting to make yet another raid. The Raiders, the Tigers, the Raiders, making yet another raid. A misfortune for Kiambu Plackers, for the Tigers have eliminated yet another player and earned an extra point
Out 1 point to Uont
just to
Tigers.
move ahead further in points. Number 9 on the Kiambu Plackers, trying to make a loss. Titus tries to make a raid, but Titus is quite
Raid out 1 point to Uont Tigers.
unlucky, eliminated, and a point given to the Uont Tigers. If you're joining us now, this is the competition between Kiambu Plackers and the University of Nairobi Tigers. University of Nairobi leading with a slide, with a slight victory here. They are still attempting to make a raid here. The University of Nairobi. Very aggressive, moving very quickly. Eliminated.
1 point to Uont Tigers.
Number 4, Patrick out. Kiambu Plackers again on it with 1 man standing. This is a 1-man army. The Kiambu Plackers have really not plucked enough to make the Tigers be afraid of them. The University of Nairobi Tigers are really dominating the game, taking it to another scale, moving very quickly. Should the scores retain like this, the University of Nairobi will have an early lead, an early win, and an early aggressive competition. What a nice tackle. That is a tackle and a half.
All out,
Tackle of men.
Plackers, 3 points. Uont Tigers.
The University of Nairobi clinches 3 extra points again, sending the Kiambu Plackers on an early grave here. They are not coming back from this. They are not going to make any attempt to come back on this because it's done. They are dusted. Making another raid, ladies and gentlemen, is Mahero. Mahero on it. Ladies and gentlemen, Mahero on it again. That was a nice raid. Just taking them out and out and out and out again.
Raid out, 1 point. Uont Tigers.
Dennis Francis. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the game. The University of Nairobi against the Plackers of Kiambu. The University of Nairobi had it, have it, and they played to victory. And as usual, they played like they knew what they were doing. They won at a very, very the University of Nairobi have won 54 against 24 from the Plackers of Kiambu. They played nicely. They had the game in control. They started very early with an early margin win, and they kept on pressing, and that is it. One, like the game was theirs. They knew what they were doing, and always, as usual, the Tigers have crawled, and the Plackers have been sent right away home without any hesitation. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be talking to one of we will be talking to Stewart Magero, the man of the match, so that he can tell us how he feels about the win, how the competition was. If you're joining us right now, the competition that has just ended was the game between the UON Tigers and the Plackers of Kiambu. Ladies and gentlemen, as the game has just ended right here in Kasarani Indoor Stadium, here in Kasarani, Nairobi, we are joined by one Mahero, the man of the match, who has just made sure that the University of Nairobi Tigers have really crawled on the Plackers of Kiambu. Yes, Bwana. Niaje. Thank you, Sano, for joining us here today. And I'm very, very, very proud of you today that you've made a very big impression. Meshinda, how was the game?
The game was nice. We expected the way it was, but the level we played today is not that level that we expected. It's like there's somewhere we did not tight the nuts very well. But I hope so next time when we come back, the next team is going to get what it deserves. Yeah.
Okay, and okay, I'm being told that the UON again, they are on the top of the table. How does this win make you feel about you being on top of the table and the win that you've just had now?
As you can see, my teammates and I, we are really, really very happy because of that. That's what we wanted to maintain. We wanted them that upon number 1, we must be there. That's our place, and we are going to stick there until the league ends.
That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Asante sana kwa kujiunga nami. Then the things, congratulations sana for your biggest win, University of Nairobi. Those were the University of Nairobi Tigers taking us live, and they have won against the Kiambu Plackers, just winning 54 against 24. Thank you. That was my time.